You've received a copy of your treasurer's report. Any comments? If not, we'll place that on file. The Township Planning Commission had no May meeting or June meeting. Zoning Board of Appeals from February, as the minutes are not available as of yet. Anyone with anything to bring before the board at this time? Jeff Downs, our county commissioner, he called me this evening and he won't not be able to attend. I apologize for not being able to be here. Guy, you have anything going on in your office?
There's a lot going on.
Boy.
First, I want to talk about complaints. There were no new complaints. Our court case with burned out house on Miller Road is scheduled for June 30th in district court. Because I issued that citation and finally the courts are opening back up. I made contact with the squatter on Switolsky Road last week. He says he's not living there, but I've heard from others that he is. So the DNR is following up on the junkyard on Miller Road, so they're working on that. I guess maybe that's Eagle. I take that back. And then I did receive a phone call. The perpetual yard sale location has been sold, and the new owner allegedly is working on cars there, and that's high-density residential area on that side of 31. The person that called me is reluctant to file a written complaint because they're worried about retaliation. I've been by there several times and I've not seen any work going on, but I'll keep monitoring it. It's not a violation of the junk ordinance at this point. So if it may be a zoning violation because they're using it for a non-allowed purpose, but I don't know that yet. So just wanted the board to know. Let me see, in the office. I had 7 land use permits in May. 2 land division applications that I approved. 2 of those land use permits were for fireworks tents. One there across from Oak Grove now, and the other one down next to where Tangle Tack is going in, next to the Napa. And then construction permits. There were 28 of them in the month of May. With no construction going on in March and April, they all flooded us in May, once they opened it back up. So there's 5 electrical, 4 plumbing, 4 mechanical, 12 building permits. 1 demolition, that's over here on Drumbo, and 2 re-inspections because their permits expired during the pandemic shutdown. So we've been very busy. I mean, one person could not keep up with zoning and construction and permits construction in that office. Karen's pretty much full-time every morning. Let me see, what else? Just so you know, the assisted living complex, they've started construction. They're pouring footers and foundations. They just got approval yesterday from the road commission for the curb cut an entrance off Cameron Road. They've renamed that drive
Village Drive?
Village Drive, yeah. And I guess Maple Ridge Drive is still gonna be the one off 31, but they don't have approval for that yet.
Are they building just the one larger building at this time, or are they?
Just the one,
Okay.
yep. I did approve, I guess that was in May, their land division application. That was one of those.
For the frontage?
Well, they took that 75 acres and divided it into 10 parcels. The approval they have is just for the one where the assisted living is going. Richard prepared a deed restriction document for the parcels along US 31. And they have signed it, had it notarized, and registered that with the Register of Deeds. So those frontage parcels have to be either accessed off Kemmer Road, Maple Ridge Road, or a service drive that'll connect. There's one in the middle that's kind of all by itself.
No curb cuts on it.
No, only one curb cut on 31. So. What else? The Planning Commission, whenever they do get back together, the thing that's on their agenda is short-term rentals. Because you asked at the last meeting that they take another look at an ordinance. The Supreme Court, I think it was last week, actually affirmed the Court of Appeals opinion that short-term rentals in a residential district, a single-family residential district, is a commercial use of property. So, and that was based on the definitions in the zoning ordinance, that court case. And I've looked at our ordinance, our definitions would support the same thing. So we could, John, either attack short-term rentals on a one-on-one basis using the zoning ordinance, or we could create an ordinance, a police power ordinance, which is what we looked at 2 years ago, where we could regulate it, basically how many people could be there, what kind of parking they could have, you know, that kind of noise and all that. So there's two avenues we could go after this and try and get control of it.
That's high density residential, you said, with the state.
Well, no, it's single-family residential districts.
Okay.
So there's definitions for what a single-family residence is, what a family is, and also in our ordinance, in the ordinance that was in that court case, what a motel is. And a motel is basically for transient people, you know, on a fee basis. Whereas for a family is not. You know, that's a group of people living under one roof, basically. Anyway, that's all.
Well, I hope the planning commission takes another look at it. And, I think an ordinance would be the way to go.
Well, an ordinance would allow us to regulate.
I think it's fair for all
It
parties.
is fair for everybody. It doesn't say you cannot. It just says you have to get a license from the township to do this.
And it's not a matter of a license fee or anything like that.
No.
It's a matter of keeping some control over the complaints that we've had.
Right.
Anything else?
No.
Any questions for Guy? Well, thank you both for the work you're doing in the zoning and planning and building department. Chuck, anything going on across the street?
Yeah, for the month of May, there was 22 total runs, 3 fire related, 11 medical related. There was 8 station trainings and other meetings and events, and then the chief and officers had 58 hours. Total complaint hours for the month of May were 52. As far as the trucks and apparatus, 131 replacements, looking at September or October now with there was a lack of getting parts apparently for Spartan to build the truck, the base. 133, like I said last time over the phone, we did complete ladder testing. We did have one small ladder fail. Looking at replacing that. The main ladder was pending clearance by the hydraulic pressure being adjusted from 3,300 psi to 2,750 psi. And then we also received the hydraulic fluid oil sample, which had a high copper content in it. So I contacted FLSI and a couple other companies, and FLSI was actually willing to come here and do it at the station, where before we had to take it a couple hours away and have that done. So they're looking up filters, fluid capacity, et cetera, so they can make one trip over instead of making multiple trips. I didn't want to take it 2 hours over, spend a day, leave it over there for a few days, and have to go back and get it. So,
Can you get a estimate from them?
they'll give you an estimate
Once
once
they get the fluid.
information on how much fluid and how much filters are. And then I sent out the notes, so 135R, there was, we did some work to it just recently with the front end work. That thing rides so much better, it handles much better. I just wanted to touch base. Last year we did some repairs on it. The converter was replaced due to failure. That was around $700 for parts and labor. Power steering was replaced due to failing around $250. That was the steering box itself. And then the fuel lines were rusting through. That was around $835. Then we had a few O2 sensors changed for about $200 on those three items. But for most of it was labor. There was some talk that we should be spending that kind of money on O2 sensors, but there was more than just O2 sensors. The fuel lines were rusty and stuff like that, so and the converter was plugged. 134 needs a small pressure relief valve. Danny just gave that to me today. That has failed in the past. It's just this little fitting right here. It's at the bottom of the system, so it catches all the crud and it jams up and doesn't seal, and then it just sits there and leaks. So you got that, we'll put that on. We're still waiting on some hose testing dates. They haven't scheduled that yet. They split the ladder and hose testing up because of the COVID, and also the pump testing, so still waiting on those. We'll be hosting the Firefighter 1 Academy written and practical exam next week, starting next week. They went from Firefighter 1 and 2 to Firefighter 1. We went from in-class training to online training, back to some spaced out like this in-class training. So it's been, and they dropped the Firefighter 2 portion because it was just more hours that they couldn't make up in the scheduled time that we had. So we have Ben and Jimmy Shale taking that right now. Myself and Sam and a couple other folks will be helping on that when it's at the station, starting this Saturday, actually, pre-practical. I talked to Benny, the outside station lights are staying on during the day. I think the sensor might be shot, so.
Electrician's on call, we have several items that he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's just one of the things about the station. And we did receive that 50/50 grant for the DNR, and I've been asking for quotes, and I just got one back, and then we got another one back, and then we were trying to tie in with a revenue sharing grant that we just found out we received, because that kind of got pushed back with the Zoom meetings and stuff, with all the COVID stuff, so we're kind of getting back on track. Because when you order more than 25 sets, you get a little bit bigger discount, almost $250 to $300 a set, which adds up over 25 sets. So we'll be ordering those, we'll be getting size for those pretty soon and ordering those sets. We did receive the revenue sharing grant for our life squad rescue equipment, just over $5,000 for that year. And then we did receive the revenue sharing grant for 133's replacement lights. Those were around $3,600. We lowered that because after we found some other replacement LED lights that would work in its place, instead of 20,000 lumens, there'll be about 11,000 lumens. So that's still plenty of light with 4 lights up at the top. And then we did our portion of it already when they installed the inverter, so we could actually have lights on the ladder. There's no more generator on the ladder. We eliminated that because that was going to be around $16,000 to $18,000 to replace the generator now. That didn't seem necessary. when you can change things over to LEDs. No word on the AFG grant with the city and the filer together.
At least who's spearheading that now?
It would be Mark Cameron, since Chief Kozel left, and that's who we have to talk to. That's the revenue sharing grant for the turnout gear. Mark Cameron's the acting chief for the city fire, so we're working with them. They were the lead on the association grant for all the PPE for the county. And our two folks, once they graduate, and all the folks from Manistee County that graduate will get a set of new turnout gear through that grant. Sam got that, a couple of other folks, Shelby, Megan, a couple other folks got that in the county. That's worked out pretty well. Because that's roughly a whole set from head to toe is around $3,000 with helmet, snow mix, hood, gloves, pants, coat, boot, it adds up. But we do have a couple new applicants. One's fully trained, one has medical training, and we were kind of holding them off because we split our meetings up. So we did fire one night, medical another night, to kind of separate us a little bit. But we still want to meet, run the trucks, go through some different things, what we should do, what we shouldn't do at a scene. Put your proper PPE on, something a little bit different than we've been doing besides gloves, and you gotta put your mask on now. If you have to actually, we have suits that you can put on if someone actually does have COVID symptoms to help in order to flight out. So we had to go through all that. So once now that we're kind of getting, everything's kind of lifting, and we'll keep an eye on it, see if anything spikes. We've been pretty good around here in this area. We're gonna start putting everything back on Monday nights. Again, if people aren't feeling well, they shouldn't come. And then those people, the new folks were invited to come back to the meeting so we can start the process of having to meet people and go through that process. Talked about some training that we've done. We've done the inverter training on 133 because that's a little bit different setup. I gotta turn the lights on. We've done a lot of drivers training, pre-planning, hose lay, hose deployment. We've done pump ops, we've done sprinkler and standpipe training over the last month. A lot of that was included with the firefighter one skill sheets that our two folks had to do. They weren't doing skill training they weren't meeting to do that, so we had to do this stuff here, so we just incorporated it into our training. So it worked out pretty good. And then firefighter one, those guys will be taking their practicals on the 18th. Oh, excuse me, practicals on the 20th and their written test on the 18th. They'll be doing their pre-skills practical this Saturday at the station. And then it looks like firefighter 2 might be in the fall, but that's up in the air. Looking into the action training systems, as I mentioned before, last month on the phone, this is an online course, so you can take the training online. We've thought about it in the past, but this pandemic, as people are calling it, kind of brought it to the forefront, where some people wouldn't even come to the meetings that we had, which was fine because it wasn't required if they didn't feel comfortable. But this way, there's a way, if they're sick, if there's another pandemic, if they're working or they're out of town, they can do these skills online, and at least they're getting some type of training, like say that pump training. They could do pump training online, and they'll give you a certificate when you're complete. And you can't finish that course until you get the answer right. There's a demo that I was messing with it, see what you can do. So then it prints off a certificate. We can put it in our records, which ties into the ISO visits that come every 10 years, but now they're coming back. They're trying to come back in 5 years. So that's good that we keep track of our training. So that's another way of tracking training. Plus, fire is looking towards continuing education units. They haven't done that yet, but I can see that coming in the future. Medical has continuing education units. So that action training will actually cover that portion of it for our medical folks. And that would be all included in that as recognized by the state of Michigan through that company. And it was for the folks that we have some that are just fire, some that are just medical, some that are fire and medical. It was around $1,700 for a year subscription. So we're looking into pursuing that down the road. And then as far as calls, for the month of May, Gordon Grant had 8 calls, Sam had 6, and Dave had 5 medical calls. And for fire, we had the 3 calls, Sam and myself, and then 2 calls for Jim and Nick, Ben, and JBS had the 2 calls also. And like I said, ISO's coming back around. The last time they were here 5 years ago, we improved our score for our insurance ratings, which was good. And we were just shy of the next score by, I think it was like 5 points. So since then, we've been keeping track of better training records and stuff like that. So Sam compiled a lot of the stuff that we've done. They're gonna look at 2019. We've been doing it online, we've gathered it, we've scanned it, we've sent it to them. And hopefully this guy gets back in touch with me. It's kind of he's a new new guy doing it. And he must have a bunch of people that he's working with, because it's hard to even email back and forth with him, so. But he's still now he's trying to schedule a station meeting before they learn, but now there are some things we're looking. So we've got probably 70% of it done. There's still a couple pre-planning things, and then he has to talk. He's been working with the water departments, because we get credit for that, so. Pretty excited to see if we actually improved our score some. I think it will, so we've been doing pretty good at it.
What would new 131 do for that score, anything?
It'll carry more water, so that was good, and the pump capacity is a little bit more, so that's better too. Our equipment was pretty decent last time. They didn't even count the ladder because we just got it. So this time it'll be counted, and we didn't have an automatic aid with the city last time. Now we do, so that's counted. And East Lakes, I don't know if they counted. I don't believe they counted it last time or not, because it was just new. So what that does is it shows when you have an automatic tone for the other 2 departments, that increases your, so to speak, bang power on the scene. And they look at that, because the more people that you have responding to a scene, the higher credit you get for that. And a lot of it was just training. We would do the training, we would sign in on the sheet, but they wanted separate documentation that the individual would individually sign, and an outline of what the training was and all that stuff. And so we put that together. Frank started doing that, and then Wes, Sam's been carrying that, and they really like to see that. Training at least 4 times a year with the automatic aid folks that we have, we do that. So I think our training with a lot of improvement, so we do better there.
I just was wondering if you should answer the phone before November rolls around.
Right. And then I looked at that bird ordinance, from what I could read, it looked fine. I didn't see anything that jumped out, what you think striked out it makes sense.
That's been a minute as well, and I'll go over that with you.
Yeah, and then that brings it to the reminder of the burn permits through the state now. You can look online or call the 866-922 burn or 866-922-2876. And they've had some issues with their website, but when I looked at it today, it was open burning. They just didn't have any restrictions. If there's supposed to be a restriction, within 1,400 feet of the city limits. And then he was talking about Maple Ridge, so I'd like to catch up on that.
What?
He was talking, a guy was talking about Maple Ridge, so later on I was gonna touch base with him.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I had emailed Steve this morning,
Nice.
yeah, and he suggested that he was busy, he wasn't sure if the chassis even built yet.
Yeah, he's supposed to let us know, so we.
Well, I suggested to him I'd be in that area, and I'd like to stop and see if they're working on the chassis or the unit itself.
Yeah.
He didn't know, so he was working on
Okay. Yeah. I think all this stuff kind of put everybody in a
it.
little
Well, it did.
twisted everything
You
around.
can't do it with Cabela's, because they don't even have stuff on the shelf. I mean, come on.
Right. That's been a unique situation.
It has, but hopefully it's clearing up now. Any questions for Chuck?
Let's see.
If not, if you gentlemen would please extend our thanks to everybody across the street for us, please. Rick, you got anything going on?
Everybody's in compliance. Its launch is open now. Heathlands is open. Everything's been good.
Good. Very good. Thank you all. Business we need to attend to, the things that we're involved in around here is under, this is a new title, Township Update, that's just things that are going on. Give you a brief synopsis of what's going on. Millard Road is under construction, the road is closed. The graveling it right now, I think the, whatever slopes are repaired or whatever. But that road is closed. The repairs were made to the Bar Lake hole in the road at the Bar Lake outlet over the culvert. Whether that's a permanent fix or not, we'll wait and see. There's gravel currently where the hole was. Elmer's is going to repair that asphalt, and then soon, but I don't have a date, Lake Shore Road from US 31 all the way to Bar Lake Road is going to be fog sealed and striped. So be aware of that. It won't be road closures for you guys, but Millard Road, you can get down it when it rains, but be careful. M22 on June 20th, that's slated to start on June 22nd and last till July 11th. And that's going to be grinding it up, putting it back down. So Mark has suggested that won't be a road closed, but it will be one-lane traffic. So you guys keep that in mind. We restricted traffic on M22. That's from US 31 all the way to Winnetka.
To the village?
Pardon me?
To the village?
Yeah, is that 8 mile?
8 miles.
8 mile, okay.
As you can see, the parking lot repairs are under construction right now. That should be done in the next couple of days. I reported on the fire truck. The lights in the parking lot on this end are out. The electrician is to come in for exit signs, photo eyes at both buildings, and those parking lot lights. We reported on the revenue sharing board. We are going to, or we're under, right now we're in the process of coming up with a plan to protect the treasurer's office and the clerk's office, as well as the building department office, as far as people coming in for voting, absent ballot voting, paying their taxes, and construction permits, prints, things like that. I don't think this thing is going to be over county by the time you start collecting taxes. So we are in the process of coming up with a plan to protect the people that are involved in the We're going to have to open the lobby and then with the restrooms, everything in that end is going to have to be open to the public. There's going to have to be stripes on the floor, one person in the lobby at a time, and But that's, we're putting that plan together, and hopefully it'll work fine. That's all I have. Is there anything that anyone else has on what's going on in the township? Okay. Second item is 2019-2020 budget amendment number 2. That amendment was discussed in the budget proposal, or budget hearing. You understand what those are, I take it? It refers to items in the general fund, the liquor law fund, and the sewer fund. It's very well explained. We do need to adopt that, right?
Yes, we need a motion and a second to adopt that.
I would entertain a motion to adopt 1920 budget number 2, amendment number 2.
I'll make a motion to adopt the 2019-2020 budget line item change number 2. As presented.
I'll second.
Been moved, supported that we adopt the 2019-2020 budget amendment number 2 as presented. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Well, it says yeas and nays on here, that's why. Roll call, I guess.
Mr. Dawes?
Yes.
Mr. Feinberg?
Yes.
Ms. Chambers?
Yes.
Taylor is yes. Mr. Rivers?
Item number 3 is the resolution to the 2020-04 Township appropriations. That's a resolution.
Yes.
The resolution has been presented to you.
I'll make a motion to adopt the 2020-04 Township appropriation resolution.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved supported that we adopt resolution 2020-04 pertaining to the Manistee Township appropriations. Any discussion? If not, call the roll, please.
Mr. Fino,
Yes.
Ms. James,
Yes.
Taylor is yes, Mr. Dawes,
Yes.
and Mr. Berquist.
Yes. Item number 4 is the resolution for the resolution 2020-05 to establish officer's salary. There's been no changes in the salary. Entertain a motion to adopt resolution 2020-05.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2020-05 to establish the officer's salary.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Been moved supported that resolution 2020-05 to establish officer's salary be approved. Any discussion? If not, call roll, please.
Ms. James,
Yes.
Taylor is yes, Mr. Dawes,
Yes.
Mr. Fino,
Yes.
Mr. Berquist.
Yes. Gary, thank you very much. Okay. Item number 5 is reopen the hall for rentals. There's been discussion about opening the hall back up for rentals. There has been discussion as to how we're going to go about that. Examples being currently under the current executive orders, there's maximum capacity. So we've established a capacity for this building, for this end of the building. Was it
72, I believe.
72
With chairs.
with tables and chairs?
Chairs.
And I don't remember, but anyhow, we have them, and the current capacity is what, 50% or 25%?
50%.
50%. So,
50 people,
oh, 50 people.
50 people inside, 250 outside.
Okay. So what our thoughts are is that we would make an amendment to the rental agreement with rules pertaining to the COVID-19 pandemic. One being that they follow the current executive order, and we'll do our best to have to know what that executive order is, because it changes quite often. Tables and chairs are to be left up because they have to be sanitized before they can be put away. The restroom, of course, have to be sanitized. Everything's going to have to be sanitized. It's labor intensive to open this hall back up again. I think we could. I don't think there's a problem with it.
Would we keep the fee the same?
I'm sorry.
Would we
Dennis,
keep the fee the same since we have to do all the sanitizing in between?
It's a good question.
through this crisis, has there been demand, requests for it?
Well, the hall was rented all the way through summer.
We,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had to be refused.
But, okay.
Yeah. Let's see, we run into Saturdays and Sundays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, we're gonna have to put limited hours, because somebody's not gonna come down there 11 o'clock at night to get it all sanitized for somebody to come back in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Well, run it one day or the other, or skip a day.
That's tough to do.
well, right now we're booked back to back, starting about the 9th of July.
Well, it can't be booked if it's not open.
Well,
You're accepting?
we were booked like that back starting the first part of May, John, and for the most part, people stepped forward and canceled their reservations, which was great. There were only a few that I had to call and say, we're not open. Oh, we forgot to call you. But with businesses opening up now, people are looking forward to doing these graduations, celebrations, whatever the case may be. And they've not called to cancel those reservations. And we could draw them out of a hat and say, okay, we have 3 this weekend, we'll let this one come in.
Nice, better.
What do you do?
Well, I guess if the mall's running on Saturday afternoon, and again Sunday afternoon, is Dan or somebody gonna wanna come down and do the whole building Sunday morning before, you know, if they're having a party here on Sunday, people would like to get in before the party starts to do whatever they're gonna do.
Right.
Yeah.
Hence, we need to have one go home early enough to leave room for the next one the next day, as a possibility.
Well, I'm sure you've thought it all through, so.
Well, we're looking for input from everybody. What do we do as a township for the hall?
Not to do with the cleanliness and the sanitizing, I'm going back to the, making the contract state what they can and can't do. My thought was maybe we make that executive order as it comes and goes and changes, because it's a moving target. When they sign the contract, not necessarily put the information in the contract, but provide them the executive order. Because if we have it in the contract, is there some liability to the township if they don't? I mean, who's gonna come and police that? This says, you know,
Exactly.
but if we take that and put that on them, that they were given that and this is the expectation, I don't know, I'm just wondering, is there some liability that we would be caught up in if they can do?
We get a liability every time we could put a key in the door.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, it's,
One of the things we talked about was a separate sheet that had hours on it, hours is what we decided to do, that addresses when they can be here, when they cannot, that reminds them of the executive order and person limitation within that order. That could be changed as it changes, but sometimes it changes faster than we can keep up with. We didn't talk about putting it in the contract so much as a separate informational sheet, and actually maybe having them sign off on it, that
They were given that.
they've read it, they're limited to 50 people, which is what it is right now. They have to be out by, 9 o'clock at night if that's what is decided, whatever those things may be.
That answers my question.
so what do you think we ought to do? Charles, come on, we gotta get, we can't,
I think open it one day a weekend. You're only appeasing half the people, but that's better than none of them if it's both all weekends. It then allows you to clean it at a reasonable pace, if you will. Everything's gotta be sanitized, like you had just mentioned, the bathrooms.
And I think we ought to increase the fee. I mean, we have increased costs. At least to cover our costs.
yeah. Well, my suggestion is that we have hours. I think that whatever the event might be should be over with early enough in the evening, or early enough in the afternoon, or late enough in the afternoon to allow somebody to come in here and clean it up and get it ready. Even if it's not for the next day, give them a day off too, I mean.
Right.
Should we
So,
just leave
I
it
guess
closed?
well, yeah, I have no objection to cover the cost, the increased cost of operating it. And like you said, Dennis, there's gotta be time in between to do that sanitation. So,
Does this cleanup get done?
it's like checking into a motel, you know, you gotta be out by 11, but you can't check in till 4.
So
They
does
clean the room.
cleanup in here get done by in-house?
Yeah.
Is there contractors out there that do it?
Oh, no, currently Dan is doing it.
Pardon?
Currently Dan is doing it.
Yeah. Has he been approached about it?
Yeah, and he's, whatever he says.
Okay.
That was my main concern about Dan, so if he's good with it, I'm
Yeah.
okay. Totally, you know, and I agree with that, maybe increasing the cost during the COVID-19 time, and I know it's gonna cost us extra because we have to bring sanitation stuff in, because people in to do it. And get rid of the next one. So maybe raise the rate from the 75 that we currently do to 100.
We want to raise the rate, we don't want to keep the deposit for cleaning as opposed to.
Well, that's a way, if we think that deposit would cover it.
Yeah,
Or a cleaning fee, we could call
I
it.
would think so, but I don't know, you've looked more into
Yeah, I
what's
think-
required for cleaning than what I have.
Well, it's labor intensive, but all the tables and all the chairs that are used are gonna be left up. And you come in here and wipe
So you
everything
can wipe them all
down.
down.
Wipe everything down. Clean the bathroom like he does all the time anyhow. You know, I mean, if it's rented before the COVID, if it's rented Saturday, Sunday, Dan comes in Saturday night or Sunday morning and cleans the restroom. Make sure that they're clean, there's paper, because you'd be surprised how many people leave the toilet, I mean, all rolls, but that's, maybe they need it, but anyhow. So that won't change for them other than the volume of the work will go up because all the chairs are going to fill up
Yeah.
and the tables are still up, but as far as putting the tables up or taking them down, they're up, they stay up. There's no labor involved in putting the chairs away or putting the tables away, because they stay up. Which I think is gonna be easier on tables in.
The grocery store sanitize a ton of carts every day in a few minutes.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time, if there's more time involved, because we pay them by the hour.
Oh, he'll have a little more time involved. I have no problem with increasing the rate due to
Temporarily.
temporarily due to the amount of cleaning that needs to be done. The way I look at it, everybody, is that I look at it like graduation parties. No, these kids, they got screwed out of everything. At least they got a party, you know? But that's just my opinion.
I think we've answered all the questions, haven't we?
Probably so.
Okay.
As far as all the suggestions are good suggestions, and we'll talk about it some more, but if we're gonna increase the rate, we need that in the form of a motion. I don't think we need a form of a motion to amend the rental agreement, to add the stipulations that are gonna go along with this until the pandemic clears. But I do think that we need a motion as a board to raise the rental fee.
I would agree with that. If we're going to restructure it, whether it be rental fee, deposit, or an additional cleaning fee, then whatever we do, we need to specify as such.
Do I make a motion that we add a cleaning fee during the COVID-19 pandemic, $25?
$25 for the cleaning fee?
Now, that's from today forward?
From today forward
Okay.
until
Until
the
we're
pandemic's
back
over.
to
Well, I just,
new normal.
so we need to call these people that have reserved the hall.
How much, $25? Yeah.
That way it won't change our rates. Rate schedule,
Substantially.
you know, to when we can take that off, but I
Well,
just.
right, some of our people would be non-residents, some of them are resident.
Right,
They
so
are
we just-
already reserved. Okay.
I'll second.
It's been moved and supported that we had a cleaning fee of $25 for the hall rental. temporarily. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Carried? Thank you for your input. You received a copy of the bills? That one? Entertain a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion to allow the bills paid as presented and also the incoming bills for the balance of the month.
For a second?
I'll second.
Been moved supported that the bills be paid as presented as well as the income for the month. Any discussion? Any questions on the bills? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Carried. Thank you. I don't know if the MTA is gonna have their meeting the 24th. Does anybody know?
I didn't find anything one way or another, I don't know.
If they're gonna have their meeting, it's on the 24th at Pleasanton Township Hall. Planning Commission has a meeting scheduled for July 11th, if they have one,
July
July
1st.
1st.
or July 1st, I'm sorry. See a double. Zoning Board of Appeals will meet on the 7th of July, if there is one. Next regular meeting of the Manistee Township Board will be Thursday, July 9th, here at the Township Hall. Any other comment? In your package, you did find a economic development monthly report from the Chamber of Commerce. I put that in there, requested by our county commissioner. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Support?
Second.
Then move support, we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much. Stay safe.